In this video, we will learn about the Canvas Gradebook. Students' scores on discussions, assignments, and quizzes will automatically populate in your Canvas Gradebook. Your Canvas Gradebook does not sync with your Focus Gradebook, and therefore any grades that are obtained in Canvas need to be entered into your Focus Gradebook. In order to access your gradebook within Canvas, you're going to select on the Grades option from the navigation menu. When you select on Grades, you will notice that your students will be displayed, and any assignments that have been graded will show either a percentage or a point score based on the assignment settings. Let's take a look inside the gradebook. On the left-hand side of the screen, we have a drop-down menu that says Gradebook. There are a few options in this setting. One is Learning Mastery, which is probably not turned on for your course. The second option is Individual View. So if you want to obtain scores from students on various assignments or quizzes, you can select the Individual View and then select what it is that you are looking to view. So there's several different options here, and that will give you individual student scores. We're going to go back to the gradebook view, and let's talk about filtering. So if you have many assignments or quizzes or discussions in your course, it can be a little bit overwhelming to navigate through the gradebook. So the next option with the drop-down box is the view. So you can arrange your grade book by either assignment name, A through Z or Z to A, the due date, sorting the oldest assignments to the newest assignments or the newest to the oldest, or even by the point value, lowest to highest or highest to lowest. In my case, I have this gradebook sorted from module order. So the first module assignments will be what I see first in my gradebook view. And of course, if you're looking for something more recent, if you do the last to first, that option is also available. You can also put filters on there to see if you have various assignment groups. You can see those, or again, you can see modules. All right, let's take a look at an assignment inside of the gradebook. So I'm going to scroll over to where it says Animal Quiz right here. I only have 2 students in my course, and it looks like I have a student that scored 10 out of 15 and another student that scored 15 out of 15. There's also some options within your gradebook to access these particular items. So if I click on where it says Animal Quiz, I now have 3 dots that present a drop-down menu. So this particular quiz, I had to use SpeedGrader in order to view some submissions. So if I want to go back into SpeedGrader and look at those, I can simply click on SpeedGrader and it will take me back into the SpeedGrader. Let's say I want to message students who did not get a high score on this assignment. I can select Message Students Who have not submitted the score yet, or maybe it hasn't been graded. Maybe I haven't gotten a chance to view all of them and I want the students to know that I will be grading their submissions soon. Or I can select scored less than or more than. So in this case, this assignment is set up by point value. So let's say I want to message students that scored less than 12 points. It's going to show me the only student that is going to fit this criteria is going to be this student right here. So I might want to say, retake the quiz, please, and send that message. So once I send that message, the student will then be notified that they need to retake that particular message or that particular quiz. All right, let's look at the other options. I can curve grades. So if you're somebody who doesn't like that there's an outlier when looking at the data, you can set curve grades, and just keep in mind, if you do this, it cannot be undone. So depending on this particular quiz, it's saying that the best score would be 9 out of 15 since I had a student score that. So if you do that, just know, and there's a big highlighted area that says that it is irreversible. So in this case, I'm not going to select it, but it is an option. I can also set a default grade. So let's say that everybody in this, missed a certain number on the quiz. I can definitely set and make every student have the same grade. So it will, if I change this to 15, then all my students in the class would score a 15 on this assignment. So I'm not going to do that option either. I can also hide the grades. So if I don't want the students to be able to see their grades at that time when it's graded, I can turn this option on and students will not be able to see their grades until I'm ready for them to see the grades. All right, so here's where I can change the points into percentages or vice versa. Depending on how you had that set up, you can filter back and forth. So maybe I want to know what the percentage is, then I can select that and it will change from my point value into a percentage. All right, the last thing to note inside your gradebook is a little gear setting right here. This will allow you to automatically set some policies for grading. For example, you can do a late policy. You're going to give anybody that applies a grade for a missing submission. So in our district, I believe the lowest score you can give is a 50%. So if you turn this on, then anybody that does not have a submission will automatically get a 50% for that assignment or quiz. And here you can actually filter down and give a deduction of percentages for every day late if you so choose to do that. So you would click this here and fill out that information as well. And then right here, there's options that you can change that grades will be hidden by default if you do manually post grades. So basically, you don't have to actually turn that feature off where you hide the grades. You can do that automatically. So those two options are available if you're someone who doesn't want students to automatically see their grades when they're posted. You want to kind of turn grades back to students at the same time. That would be where you do it in here. So once you have those policies updated, then you can either hit cancel. In my case, I'm going to cancel it, or you can update it to save those settings. So that is a look inside the Gradebook feature within Canvas. There's great options in here for you to kind of customize what view you want to see, as well as help with students' grades. One other thing that you can do as well is if you just want to come in here and manually change a score. So let's say the student maybe didn't turn in the assignment and you just want to give him 5 points. You can come into the Gradebook and do it within the Gradebook view as well. So that's an overview on the